Hello world. I bought this Singer Futura. It's the se150 and I got a pretty good price on it, and it came with all the details that you would need. Came with the software and some updated CDs as well. So you can see here by my numerous searches that I did what everyone else did, which was, first of all, look for the clam driver, which was the part that was missing from my Windows 10. Forgot to tell you guys that I was running Windows 10. And of course, there was no answers anywhere. There weren't any answers. So I looked for clam drivers to download. Clam drivers to download here. But those didn't work as well. Okay, here's where it gets a little fun. Started doing a little more reading, and I found out that there's this thing right here called a virtual machine or a virtual box. And this is what changed it for me. So as you can see, there wasn't any success with finding the upgraded clem drivers for the Windows XP. Actually, I'm running Windows 10 Home Edition. The clem drivers that you needed were a 64-bit clem driver. That's what the Singer Futura works on, a 64-bit clem driver. That's what communicates the USB with the software itself. It's a 64-bit clem driver, which you can't use on an updated version of Windows because it's just newer technology, so can't run that. So what I had to do was find a virtual box. The virtual box, or the virtual machine in this sense. The virtual machine is like a gaming console that you're downloading onto your PC. It's basically a program that operates operating systems, if that makes sense to you. So what you'll have to do is download a virtual machine. You could download your choice. I believe the one I use was called VirtualBox. That's the one I'm going to use today. That's the one I'm going to show you. You also have to download the version of Windows that you're going to run. So I downloaded the 98 Windows 98, and I downloaded the updated version of that version. So let me show you how that's done. I'm going to show you how that's done. And then what I also needed to have on hand was you need to have the CDs on hand. So you need to have the Futura software. You need to have any updated CDs. And then also you're gonna understand that just like any operating system, especially Windows 98, you're gonna need to adjust it a little bit in order for it to even operate. I don't know how long you've been using a computer, but I've been using a computer since about Windows 90, or before Windows 98. I was using old Macintoshes. So I kind of have an idea of how these things work. So it was speaking a little better to me. So I'm trying to keep it a little simple for you guys today, so you can understand what we're doing, and makes it a little easier for you to do it. Hopefully it makes it a little easier for you to do it. I did a virtual box search. Read a little bit about VirtualBox, created by Oracle. I just went straight to downloads. As you can see, it wasn't an ad. So, VirtualBox. This is the software that acts like the console that helps you download the Windows 98 version, or whatever version that you have or that you want to run the Futura with. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go to Windows hosts, because I'm running on Windows. You could run any other type of developer box, but I'm running a Windows, so I go to Windows. Just so that you know, I'm running the VirtualBox 6.1.38, and you can run the 7.0, which is what I showed you in the previous video. But for this video that I'm doing particularly, I have the VirtualBox 6.1.38 version, and just want to make it clear that this is the version that I'm running right here. So after downloading the VirtualBox and setting it up on the PC, I knew that I was going to need a Windows 98 version boot disk, which I didn't have. So I just go ahead and Google the download Windows 98 boot disk. And then you're going to see right here, boot disk, Windows 98 download. Now there's two types of downloads, but you got to understand what you're doing here. Now this is an exe, which we know can just, when you turn that on, it's a program, it's going to run everything that's on the disk. And these two are the Windows 98. This is the second edition right here, as you can see there. And so I'm going to go here and get the boot disk images. So now that we're speaking on behalf of what Windows 98 runs on, usually Windows 98 would run on CDs, or it would run on floppy disks. It wouldn't run too smoothly today on your USB off the bat unless you updated the drivers, which can take a little bit of work, which we don't really want to do. So what we want to do is as fast as possible. So what this is right here is called a Magic ISO Maker. Okay, this is as you can see right here, the website. I was doing a lot of research on this, and this is the best one right here because it's free, and it's free for what we want to do today. And otherwise, what we're going to do with this Magic ISO Maker is we're going to make our programs readable to Windows 98. We're basically going to turn our programs into a CD software. This is basically a CD burner, but it turns whatever you put onto it into a usable file. Graphics that for your Windows 98 that are going to be 64-bit, and this particular Singer needs it to be 1028 in order for it to communicate with the software. So Windows 98 comes with 64-bit resolution, and it needs to get bumped up into the high resolution of 1024/768. And so I just went back to the tutorial right here in the VirtualBox to help me with that. And I went down, and hold on, let me get out of this here. So here's video driver integration.